Welcome to another episode of Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. Well, hello. This is Cindy, your host over at Bucket List Coach Web Show Live, and I'll get to my guests in just 1 minute. So make sure that you go to Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram and like Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. And if you go to YouTube to this very video, you subscribe, comment, and you share on Facebook, I'll gift you a 5-night hotel stay. So I cover the hotel and you cover the tax. So a little bit about the show. I'm a full-time travel agent, and I actually was a chef for over 25 years. And this show is inspired by Anthony Bourdain. And my guest at 2 o'clock, you're going to learn all about how he's just carrying on the legacy of Anthony. And also June 25th every year is Bourdain Day. So we'll be talking about that at the 2 o'clock show. So this show is all about making the most of the dash. So we have the day that we're born and the day that we pass away. What are you doing making the most of that dash? And of course, a big plug to National Day Calendar. It is Chip and Dip Day. My favorite is the Casa Sanchez, Salsa Roja, and it's Tamale Day. Make sure you go to nationaldaycalendar.com for more amazing days to celebrate every day. So my friend Wesley, San Diego is in the house, and he is a celebration ambassador with me with National Day Calendar. Welcome.
How's it going, Cindy? Thanks so much for having me.
Oh my God, I am so grateful to have crossed your path. And when I've seen your love for wine, I was like, wow, I really need to get Wesley on my show and talk about his love for wine and his favorite days, and of course, National Day Calendar. So tell me your backstory, a little bit about you.
Yeah, so I am originally from the Missouri area, born and raised, go show me state. Then, after going through college and trying to find, I graduated college in 2008, which we all know 2008 was the, kind of the recession and all of that. So trying to find my footing, and was able to find and land a job in Omaha, Nebraska, lived there for a little bit, back in Kansas City. And then to Chicago, was there for about 5 years. And I know that you love food. I love food. And Chicago is one of the best places for food. And then right after that, I had a job opportunity to move to Atlanta, Georgia. I was in Atlanta for about 3 years. That's where I actually met my now husband. And all in a month of this past September and October, we got married, went on our honeymoon, and moved to San Diego. And it's been a whirlwind, and I have been a huge fan of National Day Calendar for quite some time. I just wanted to try something new and adventurous. And I've used National Day Calendar in my day-to-day career and life. I have friends all the time. They're like, what's today's date? Or what are we doing today? And then also, I'm a director of marketing for a large automotive group in the nation. So we actually utilize National Day Calendar to do some fun social events and such, which I know we'll talk about in just a little bit. But overall, I have a strong passion for wine, bourbon, food, traveling, you name it. It's just great to try to celebrate every day.
So let's talk about today at Chip and Dip Day and Tamale Day. Is there some places there in San Diego that you would like to tell my audience about? Because I'm going to be there in a couple weeks, and then in mid-May I'll be there again as well.
So with Chip and Dip Day, I love Chip and Dip Day. Like, oh my gosh. So I love salsa. And there's some great places that we started going to, anywhere from the little hole in the wall places right across the street to nicer place like Cocosina is across the street. They have some great appetizers and dips and things. But honestly, probably one of my favorite places in San Diego to go is in Pacific Beach, PB, as they say. And it's called Baja. And Baja has a great happy hour too. You can get a 2-for-1 deal. It's pretty great. But they actually do this like big dip trio that has like a bean dip, a cheese dip, and a guacamole. and you can't really go wrong with that, can you? So, but chips and salsa, if I had like one last meal, chips and salsa would be it for sure. And all my friends would definitely tell you that too.
Now, have you been out to Tijuana or Rosarito or that area or Lobster Village?
Not yet. My husband and I are actually thinking about doing that. We were talking about it actually yesterday of all days, because my birthday is, and that's maybe why I'm also a big celebrate every day type of person. My birthday falls on one of the most favorite holidays for a lot of people, and that's Cinco de Mayo. So we're actually thinking about headed to Tijuana to go celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And see all the sights and all of that. But even just to experience going from just right across the bridge into another country, it's really cool to think about.
Now, the Caesar salad was created by Caesar Cardini, and it's the original restaurant of where it was created is downtown Tijuana, called Caesar's Restaurant and Bar.
That's awesome. And we're a huge fan of Caesar salads. We have those all the time. We're actually talking about like, hey, we should find a recipe and make our own Caesar dressing. So I was like, maybe not the anchovies on top, but we could at least throw it in our dressing. That would work.
Yeah, I actually used to be a cook at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, and
nice.
I was the gourmet chef or pantry chef, and I did tons of those Caesar salads. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
So let's talk about some other national days. So just like you're in the client retention services like myself, and you like showing appreciation to your clients. What other day do you celebrate that puts clients first?
Yeah, so I think one of my favorite days to celebrate, especially as I said, working in automotive, I've been in automotive basically all my life, and I was on the vendor side, but now I'm actually on the dealer side as a marketing director. And, always trying to think of ways to show our customer loyalty programs and such, and our customers that we appreciate them. We thank them for their business, especially in this day and age with automotive, with, the chip shortage and all of that going on. There's a lot of things going on. So anything that we can do to show some extra love, I definitely want to do that for our customers. So one of my favorite days is Customer Appreciation Day. And this past year was one of my favorite times that we did and celebrated. That was because any of our service customers that came in, our service advisors would greet them, and then, they went and sat down. And then as soon as the customer sat down, our service advisors actually wrote a little note. Hey, Cindy, thanks so much for bringing your Honda CRV in. We appreciate your loyalty. And we actually put that little note in their cup holder. And we also threw in a coffee gift card and said, hey, have a coffee on us. We appreciate your business. And just little things like that. We received so many emails, so many calls, so many Facebook posts that were like, thank you guys so much. This is so nice. And even from that, we've received referral business after referral business, because it's like, hey, go see our friends at Sarah Honda O'Fallon. They're awesome, and they do great things, and they really, really care about their clients. So, and their customers that come in. So that was probably one of my favorite things to do. And then another thing that we always do at the dealership is just look at fun days that we could celebrate. So, a couple of weeks ago, it was National Pizza Day. So we brought in pizza. We've done things with National Ice Cream Day, or one of the biggest things that we did a few weeks ago as well was National Employee Appreciation Day. Again, you're starting to see a theme here. I love to really appreciate people and thank them, for just everything that they do, for me or for our customers or whatever. So we actually had a food truck come out, and we served breakfast to everyone and just kind of thank them for really their hard work and dedication throughout, probably one of the most difficult years in automotive.
Wow. There's National Donut Day, National Taco Day. And did you know November is Gratitude Month? That's my favorite month.
Oh, that one's a good one too. Speaking of national months as well, we've taken those national months that really mean a lot to us. And what we do is we kind of ask around, for example, October is Breast Cancer Awareness. So we decided that we wanted to really focus on an organization where we could give back to the community. So for every car that was sold, we took proceeds from that, and we actually donated those proceeds, and we've done it now actually for 2 years in a row. We donated those to an organization called Pink Ribbon Girls. And Pink Ribbon Girls is originally out of the Ohio area, but Pink Ribbon Girls, what they do is they help families going through, someone in the family going through breast cancer. They'll take them to their appointment. They'll make meals for them. They'll actually clean their homes. They just do so much to make sure that throughout this difficult time, there's some sort of light at the end of the tunnel, and there's some sort of gratitude and appreciation of, hey, we know you're going through it. We're here to support you. We really love you and care for you. So like the Pink Ribbon Girls have been, near and dear to me, and we've sponsored them now for 2 years. Another one is American Heart Month, which was just this past month. And we sponsored an organization called Ollie Hinkle Foundation. Ollie Hinkle was an infant that actually died of a heart defect, but their family made this foundation in his name. And we actually have donated again the last couple of years as well. Every car sold, even on Gene Day. We have Gene Day on Friday, and employees can pay $5. And we just collect that money. And then at the end of the month, we donate that money to the organization. And it's been really a great time just to recognize amazing organizations that are helping people out that might need some funds here and there. And I have all of that to thank for all this awesomeness that we've been doing. And it's all because of National Day Calendar.
Wow. So is there anything else that you celebrate? Are you giving some of your VIP clients a calendar?
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of some fun ideas to do with those calendars. So for those that don't know, being an ambassador, it's been such a great joy so far because, you get to really highlight and do things that you love. And, one of the things that National Day Calendar did was send 25 calendars out to myself. And now I'm trying to go through and how am I going to display these and, really think of ways to give them away. And, it's been one of those awesome things of just a really cool surprise to come in. And I'm actually staring at a National Day Calendar right now on my refrigerator. So I think I live and breathe by, the National Day Calendar. That's for sure.
Well, do you have it to where you could pick it up and see what we got going on for this month, for the rest of the month?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I could definitely look at that. I'd have to go over and grab it real quick. But we're also looking into, let me go grab it.
Mm-hmm. So if you'd like to be a National Day Calendar ambassador, you could go to nationaldaycalendar.com, and at the very top, just hit Celebration Ambassador, and there's an application as well. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah. So
isn't Cheesecake Day coming up?
It's coming up, I thought. Yeah. So, of course, today is the Chip and Dip Day, Puppy Day. I love my dogs, So, Puppy Day, Cheese Steak Day is tomorrow. Let's see. What are some other good ones coming up? For those vegetarians or vegans out there, Spinach Day is on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. We have Something on a Stick Day coming up. For our listeners from the great state of Nevada, we have Nevada Day coming up on the 29th. Cool. Or, the weather's getting better. On the 30th, we have Take a Walk in the Park Day.
Awesome.
And then I know a lot of people will be happy on the 31st. It's Clams on a Half Shell Day. So,
ooh, yum. Clams Casino was one of the ones I made when I was with the restaurant. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Then, of course, we have, April coming up. I can't believe April is already just a few weeks away. Let's see some good monthly observations. So Poetry Month's always a fun one. Couple Appreciation Month, Cannabis Awareness Month, International Guitar Month, and Probably a good one for those businesses out there, internship awareness. There's so many people. I started my internship days in radio, actually, of all.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was on a morning show and I was on the night show. And then I also was a marketing intern. And that kind of just kind of sparked my interest for, just really getting out in the community and helping out. But, as they say, radio doesn't always pay. So
Mhm.
I had to find something else, but I will always have a great appreciation for my internship in radio. And yeah, so those are some monthly observations coming up for the month of April.
And isn't it Burger Month in May?
I think so. Burger
Yeah.
Month. That would
Although
be,
I can't do burgers anymore, but I still promote it with some local restaurants. Yeah.
I don't see Burger Month. I see Salad Month and Egg Month. And also April is always special month too, because it's my aunt's birthday on the 2nd.
Oh,
Happy
okay.
early birthday, Aunt Margo. Love you. So there's some great days coming up. We actually, what's funny is we have a meeting coming up with my marketing liaisons tomorrow, actually, to look over the National Day calendar of, hey,
Mhm.
what do we want to celebrate in April? Because it's always important to celebrate every day.
Exactly. And well, one of my favorites is National Taco Day. And I've been doing it for 3 years. I go out to Alvera Street in downtown LA. It's the oldest street in LA. And like the best taquito is there. And then the restaurant that I go to, I can't recall the restaurant right now. I'll send you the link of when I was there last year. But so
yeah.
National Taco Day is on October 4th. So that's what I celebrate there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
And of course, what's that?
One of my favorite days coming up, well, it's in May, but it's, of course, National Wine Day. We had National Drink Wine Day, which everyone got excited about, but National Wine Day is also, May 25th, and I love wine. I love going to different wineries. When I lived in Atlanta, my husband and I and some of our friends would go to a couple of great wineries in North Georgia. I actually was talking about that the other day, and someone's like, wait, they have wineries in North Georgia? I'm like, yeah, and it's really good wine. One of my favorites is Sanita's winery.
Nice.
And yeah, oh my gosh, the wine there is phenomenal. I'm sure I probably have a couple bottles over there. And then, of course, have you ever heard of Scout and Cellar?
No. Is that Temecula?
No, so it's a winery company based out of of course they have wineries and such in the California area, but they're based out of the Texas area, actually, of all places. But getting older every day, it seems like, when I have that glass of wine, the next morning I wake up with that headache. So I tried to find that like clean wine, the ones with like the no pesticides or sulfates or anything like that. And I've been drinking the Scout and Cellar wine, which has been actually phenomenal. And I got turned on by my best friend, Mary. She's a big rep for them. And she was like, hey, like you should try this wine. Cause I was like, Mary, I love this wine, but like,
Yeah.
I keep getting headaches. So I tried the Scout and Cellar wine, and they have white wine, the red, they have it in a can, you name it, they have it. And oh my gosh, the wine is absolutely phenomenal too. And it's all organic, and it,
Oh, wow.
no
Get her on my
sugar.
show. Oh my God, I would
I
love to
know,
meet
I
her.
need to.
Woo!
Yeah,
Yes.
she's great all around too. You'd really love her. She's also a small business owner, and but yeah, so I'm definitely going to be grabbing my bottle of red wine from Scout and Cellar and celebrating National Wine Day on the 25th of May. That's for sure.
Well, we should plan something for next year, because I have 2 San Diego trips. I have Vegas, and then I have Hawaii. But I'm thinking next year you should meet me in San Diego. A friend of mine that owns the Dana Wharf Sports Fishing, they do a wine cruise. It's like $50 a person, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Just go around Dana Point Harbor. Yeah, and it's really, really amazing time. So
Yeah,
maybe we can plan that together.
and San Diego has some phenomenal wines too, especially the more you go towards down south.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the actual name of it, but it was maybe like San Diego Harbor or Harbor. something, but their wine was phenomenal, and it was up in this big, and you could just see like
Wow.
360 views. Oh, it was absolutely beautiful. But
Baja has a wine country, the Guadalupe Valley.
oh, really?
Hmm.
Nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because
Wine is good, right? Wine is just phenomenal.
I can't drink a lot of the wine now, but I'm very interested in talking to your friend. And then
Oh, yeah.
also, there's so much down there in Mexico. I donate to an orphanage company that's actually out of Irvine, and
Mhm.
I think it's the first Saturday of December. We haven't done it in a couple of years, but there's about 5 or 6 coaches that go to 5 or 6 different orphanages, and I like to take the coach of the owner of the foundation because she tells her story. It's the orphanage that she grew up in. So if you like any pay it forward type of stuff, I could send you that information as well. It's really an amazing time to spend time with all these orphan kids for the day, and help cook and just feel great because I can't have children, so that's kind of my motherly thing, is to spend time with the kids down there in Baja. It's really phenomenal.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
phenomenal. Yeah, send me information for sure.
So we have the shout out part of the show. Who would you like to shout out today before we close out and go into the green room?
I think I'm gonna, I've shout out a few people already, but I think one of the biggest shout outs I'm gonna give, one is to my husband, because Sean's been very supportive of, hey, live your dream, celebrate every day, you do what you want. So he's been great. But I was looking at some of my favorite national days, and one of those days is actually National Bourbon Day. And
Oh,
I am lucky enough, tomorrow I'm actually headed to Chicago to see one of my very, very dear friends, Jenny. And Jenny, or Jennifer, and I are actually headed to bourbon country in
cool.
Kentucky. So, it's tying right along with those national days and Bourbon Day. And gosh, as you can probably see behind me, I have quite a few bottles of bourbon. Blanton's bourbon is probably one of my top favorites, and it's really, really hard to find. But yeah, Jennifer and I are headed to Louisville, and
Mhm.
so big shout out to her, because she around 6 or 7 years ago actually bought a barrel of Maker's Mark, and after 6 or 7 years,
Oh,
it's finally ready. So we get to go on our little VIP tour, and we get to dip the bottles in the wax and everything. So really, really excited. And, I have her to thank for that and that opportunity. So big shout out to her for sure.
isn't there a Bullet that's bourbon? I think I've heard of that. It's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, there's a Bullet. There's Woodford Reserve is also a good one. I mean, if
Wow.
anyone listening or seeing this and they need some recommendations on, hey, I've always thought about going and trying bourbon, you give me a ring, because I literally will help them out, because I was in the same exact shoes a few years ago, and then I'm like trying a little bit by little. And Jennifer was actually the one that kind of got me onto bourbon, and then and Blanton's. So yeah, bourbon's so good. So I'm excited to go, and first time to bourbon country, so it should be a blast.
Would you mind coming on again? I really enjoyed talking to you today, especially after the bourbon tour. Yeah, I really want to learn more about that. That's super cool.
I know we should do a whole like day dedicated to bourbon and wine. We'll get Mary on, we'll get Jennifer on, we'll just get all the friends on, and we'll have a good old time. That's for sure.
That would be great because I could have up to 10 guests on here. Oh my God, I
Ooh,
would totally
cool.
love that.
That would be so cool. And then we could get
Yeah.
some other, bourbon and wine aficionados, on as well, and kind of go from there.
Yes, that's so awesome. So anything else that you'd like to talk about National Calendar to my audience before I put you in the green room?
I just there's so much going on in society right now, and I would just say, like, if you just need those pick me ups, go to National Day Calendar and just take a look at like this the days. And even if it's something you're not going to celebrate, or maybe down the road that you can look forward to, like, oh, it's peanut butter and jelly day coming up on the 2nd, I'm super excited, and I love peanut butter and jelly. Like, get excited for it, because there's so much heaviness in the world. And when you just kind of let it all go and just take a big deep breath and look forward to something like peanut butter and jelly day, your life will be so much easier and better. So, and I have a lot of that to thank the National Day Calendar, and just
Mhm.
celebrating every day. So, I mean, just life's too short. just have fun and celebrate every day if you can.
Definitely. I'm going to put you in the green room. If you hang tight for 1 minute, and then I'll talk to you afterwards.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, there you go. Go to the nationaldaycalendar.com, click celebration and ambassador, click Cindy Lee. You can learn my bio, and also Wesley's is on there as well. I believe mine's towards the middle, and then his is towards the bottom. And definitely celebrate every single day. If you'd like to take a local excursion in San Diego, Anaheim, Huntington Beach, anywhere around the world, make sure you go to bucketlistcoachtraveltours.com. And next, I'm trying not to cry, but I have my friend Danny at 2:00, and we're going to talk about our love for Anthony Bourdain. He has an amazing TikTok page that is blowing up to the masses. And as I mentioned earlier, June 25th is Anthony Bourdain Day. We'll be talking about that at the 2:00 show. Shaka, baby. We'll see you on the next show.